everyone, and welcome back to the Fit Curls. My name is Angela. I am a fitness professional and curl enthusiast, and I spend my time on this channel telling you all of my favorite tips and tricks to keep your curls in shape. If that sounds like something you'd be interested in, then go ahead and join the family by clicking the subscribe button, and you can also hit the notification bell next to it if you want to be notified every single time I post a new video, which is every Friday afternoon. Now today we are going to be doing another battle. This is a little bit different than battles we've done before though. It's not about styling products, it's about styling techniques, specifically different styling brushes. So today we are going to be comparing the Denman brush, specifically the Denman D3 and the Behairful brush. Which one will come out on top? Keep watching to find out. What I'm going to be doing is defining my curls on one side with the Denman brush and on the other side with the Behairful brush. Now these two brushes are definitely very different. The Denman brush has a, if you can see here, kind of a contoured pad, and it has very flexible plastic bristles, specifically 7 rows of them. Now I've left all 7 rows in, but the Denman is customizable, so if fewer rows are better for you, then you can always take a few out in order to reduce the size of the clumps and reduce the tension on your curls. The Behairful brush, on the other hand, is a mix of nylon and natural bristles. The pad is contoured, you can kind of see it through that forest of bristles there, but it's not the same like really defined kind of half moon shape of the Denman. And the mix of the different styles of bristles actually helps to be safe on detangling dry hair as well as wet hair, and it defines some pretty darn fantastic curls. So I want to see how they hold up against each other side by side. My hair has already been prepped with the leave-in conditioner, specifically, if you guys didn't guess it already, it's the Together Beauty Whatever Wherever that I showed you guys in my last video and I have been talking about nonstop on Instagram because it's my favorite. In order to help facilitate the defining of my curls, I'm going to be using my other holy grail, Cake Beauty's The Curl Friend, Allure Best of Beauty 2020 winner. Woo! And I am going to just go ahead and get started. I'm going to be starting on this side of my hair with the Denman D3. I'm gonna add a little bit more water to the crown and front of my hair since they are going to be, you know, kind of sitting around the longest while I style the rest of my curls. And I'm going to apply about this much of the Curl Friend. Ta-da. Oh, this stuff smells so good. The curl cream is in, so I'm going to go ahead and now section off the different parts of this side of my hair to define the curls with the D3. Okay, so here's the deal. If you have been around this channel at all, you have definitely seen videos of me styling my hair with the Denman brush, so I'm not going to go super in depth here. I'm going to make sure that you see the entire styling process, but it will be in fast forward. And if you want a more in-depth tutorial, I will drop a card to the video right here, as well as linking a couple of others in the description box that you can use for your reference there. Otherwise, enjoy this fast motion version and enjoy the music. My neck just cracked. Now we're going to move on to the Behairful brush side. To keep things fair and square, I'm essentially going to be using exactly the same technique as I used with the Denman brush, but with a couple of key changes based on my experience. So I'm going to again be sectioning off that top section of hair, starting from the bottom, and I'm going to use that same little quarter twist technique that I always use with the Denman brush, which you'll be able to see with the Behairful right here. Now, if you'll notice, I'm not taking super precise sections, and I may actually, through this process, turn the brush the opposite direction from time to time. In my experience,
Because the Behairful is a different kind of brush, it's structured differently, I don't have to be as precise with my sectioning, and in fact, my curls sometimes turn out better when I'm less precise with the exact amount of hair that I take in each section to style, and instead focus sometimes on individual ringlets or curls and problematic sections. So with the Behairful, if I see that turning it away from my face just didn't create the kind of definition that I was looking for, I'll turn it towards my face instead and see if that works a little bit better. As with pretty much all brush styling, this is entirely trial and error, and in my opinion can be customized to the person. So it's worth just playing around.
Now, just to make sure that everything stays nice and sealed in, I will be using, again, what else? Camille Rose Curl Maker. This is such a phenomenal gel. It is protein free, so it's great to pair with a high protein cream like this if you have fine high porosity curls like I do. I want to make sure that I pull as much moisture out of my hair as possible to speed along the drying process, and so here comes the trusty Conair Twist and Wrap t-shirt towel. We are going to just micro plop the moisture right on out, which is one of my favorite parts of the process because you get to really kind of see those curls spring to life. Let's check before we hit this with the diffuser. Here is the Denman brush side and the Behairful side. If you haven't seen my video on my foolproof diffusing technique, I will link it right up here and down in the description box if you don't want to interrupt the watching of this video. So make sure you check that out if you're going to try any of these techniques for yourself, and I will see y'all on the other side.
Eventually.
Apparently this hair doesn't want to pick a side. So here are the finished results on the Denman brush side. I definitely see some really coily, springy ringlets. Just, hello bounce. Everything looks really natural. It's not like a finger coiled, like perfect spiral ringlets every single place effect, but every curl is defined within its little family. We've got different sized clumps, which actually provides quite a bit of variety and a good amount of volume. So I'm quite happy with the results on this side. Now, let's see how this compares to the Behairful brush. Okay. Big, juicy clumps, anybody? I mean, look at these. So I definitely see bigger curl clumps on this side. You can see the size of the ringlets on this side is quite a bit smaller than the size of your average chunk on the Behairful brush side. Same basic thing though, a very natural look, maybe erring on the side of a more perfect, almost doll-like ringlet. I am thrilled with the results on both sides. Both came together super, super easily. They're both shiny, they're both super defined. I don't have giant amounts of frizz or really a lack of definition everywhere, not even in the back, which is sometimes where I struggle, or underneath. This is like my worst piece, and I've got a boing. I have a boing on my worst piece. That's huge. So now the decision is up to you. I want you guys to drop a comment below. Let me know which side you think is the clear winner. Stay tuned. I'm going to check in on day 3 just to kind of let you guys know how everything is going, and I'll see y'all soon.
Day 3.
It is day 3 and I am back with an update. Let's check in on how each side has held up over the last few days. Full disclosure, this is post-refresh, both with steam and with product. I worked out earlier, my hair was nasty, it needed a little bit of extra help to come back to life. That being said, let's check in with how the results have held up on each side. Let's start off with the classic, the Denman D3. On wash day, we saw lots of smaller clumps, very nicely defined, and that has really held up well. It refreshed easily. It still has seriously beautiful form even after 2 nights in a bonnet and a workout. So I call that a serious win. Now on the other side, let's check out the Behairful brush results. Now if you guys recall, we saw bigger clumps on this side from the get-go, and that is still true post-refresh and after a couple of days. But the definition has held up. I'm not seeing a ton of frizz. I'm not seeing the curls having fallen apart. And as a bonus, the Behairful is actually really helpful when you refresh. If you find pieces that are kind of stringy and producty after a product refresh like that, what I like to do is take the brush and kind of find one of those like maybe kind of stringier, almost more like producty sections. And I'll take the brush and just lightly towards the end, especially, kind of give it a little twirl. And you can see how that softens up the ringlet at the bottom and it kind of breaks up that overly producty feeling. So now that we've checked in, it is time to declare a winner. And the winner is both of them. I think each brush has their place in your curly styling arsenal. The Denman D3 is a classic for a reason. I definitely recommend this for curly girls who have maybe tighter ringlets or smaller size clumps naturally. It makes styling super easy, and if you style a little bit more wet or maybe take out a few rows, you can also use this when you have a wavier or looser curl pattern to help define a really beautiful spiral shape. On the other hand, the Behairful brush is such a versatile tool, and it works beautifully for curlies who have mixed textures in their hair. You don't have to work with the same size section all the way around. You can define individual ringlets really easily with the Behairful. It creates marvelous tension, and it's a good detangler whether you use it wet or dry. So overall, I'd say both are well worth the investment. These are both really solid tools. So when it comes down to it, I think you can get fantastic results from either one. It just depends on what you're looking for. So that's the end of today's video. What do you guys think? Drop a comment below. Let me know your thoughts on this particular experiment, whether you think there was a clear winner, one side versus the other, or if you have any experience yourself with the Denman or the Behairful brush and what your personal preferences are. Don't forget to subscribe before you head out. Also hit this video with a big thumbs up if you enjoyed it and you want to see more like it. It really does help the channel and this video a lot more than I can possibly say. We are inching closer to 1,000 subscribers, which is a huge landmark, and I would love to hit it if we can before my birthday next Friday. If you know anybody who would be interested in this content or in this channel, feel free to share this video. I would love to see more people joining the Fit Curls family. So with that, thank you guys again for watching the Fit Curls. Love your curls, love each other, and I will see you all next time.